The Prime Minister battles to convince his own MPs and the public.
ITV Lunchtime News with Lucrezia Millarini.
Good afternoon. Boris Johnson may have his immediate sights set on his visit to Ukraine later, but on the home front, he's continuing the fight to convince his critics that he's still the right person to lead the country. As the Prime Minister prepared to take off, it was up to his deputy, Dominic Raab, to defend against those, including Labour's leader, Sir Keir Starmer, who accused Mr Johnson of being unable to govern. Well, it's after Sue Gray's reports into the Downing Street lockdown parties found a failure in leadership at number 10, with a police investigation into events still looming. Shihab Khan has the latest. Well, as we said, the Prime Minister is travelling to Kiev and will meet with Ukraine's president this afternoon. We will, of course, has discovered the Department of Health and Social Care incurred £8.7 billion of losses on PPE bought during the pandemic. The information was in their annual report. Our political editor, Robert Peston, is in North London this lunchtime. Robert, that is a huge amount of money. Next this lunchtime, more than 1 in 10 children are at risk of catching measles and mumps because they haven't had their vaccine before they go to school. The UK Health Security Agency has put out a warning after the numbers of unvaccinated children dropped to the lowest. Police in Manchester are continuing to question footballer Mason Greenwood after he was arrested on suspicion of rape and assault. A damning report by the Independent Inquiry into Child Sex Abuse has identified extensive failures by councils and police forces in tackling sexual exploitation by criminal gangs. It found some child victims were blamed by the authorities they reported abuse to. Others were given criminal records. Well, Geraint Vincent is here. So, Geraint, just talk us through the details of this report.
It's the reports to this inquiry who are networks, including drug trafficking gangs, which the report says coerce, control, groom, manipulate, or... And there are also examples of victim blaming, children being described as promiscuous or...
Yeah, all right, Geraint, thank you. Still to come. But first, Whoopi Goldberg is facing a backlash after saying on television in America the Holocaust was not about race but involved two groups of white people. Her comments made on the talk show The View have been widely criticised. Well, Whoopi Goldberg has since apologised for her comments, and joining me now is... And finally, to a world first for koalas. A baby koala known as a joey has been born in the UK. It is a southern koala native to South Australia. It's the first time the species has been bred in Europe. Sally Biddulph reports. Who could resist? That is it this lunchtime. Mary will be back here at 6:30, but from everyone on the lunchtime team, bye-bye. Hello again. Now the main stories in London. And the Met Police Force says it's deeply sorry after the police watchdog found evidence of bullying, racism and misogyny at its Charing Cross police station. The investigation. 1 in 3 Londoners have struggled to pay their household bills in the last 6 months, according to a new report. 4 people have been rescued and another taken to hospital after a fire in a flat in Tower Hamlets overnight. London actor Harris Dickinson has been nominated for a BAFTA Rising Star Award. I'll take a look at this. Yesterday's high winds from... Let's take less windy weather. Here's Sally. That's it. Bye-bye.